message at this party.
216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
When you turn out the lights, you make me feel like it's Halloween. It's Halloween. When you smoke on the house, you make me feel like it's Halloween. It's Halloween.
Maybe this will become a new Halloween classic. Have you heard the new Muse record, Poundcake? This is new Muse.
I love this.
They dropped an album
It does
a
sound
couple
spooky.
of weeks ago. It's called Will of the People.
no
I think we're playing, MMS
no-
is playing the new song from it.
Werewolf Bar Mitzvah.
Werewolf Bar Mitzvah.
He's scary.
Boys becoming men, men becoming wolves.
They know a good hook.
Yeah, it's kind of silly, but I like Muse. But the new album is out now. I think the song MMS plays is called Won't Stand Down. But I like those guys.
Is that just basically a Tom Petty song? But they just changed the words a little bit.
That's right.
No. I
Well,
won't
he's not alive to
stand
complain.
Down.
Guardians will play tonight after sweeping the Chicago White Sox. I don't know if you saw that video of Tobias Forge. We mentioned yesterday that the frontman for Ghost,
Yeah, I
who
did
were in
see it.
Youngstown the other night, he walked out in a full White Sox uniform and his face painted the traditional black and white that he does. I thought he was going to come out there like fully dressed up as Papa Emeritus, but he did not. But it was funny. It was good.
It was good, yeah.
Kind of a weird throw, but he got it across.
Swedish or whatever.
When it comes to, what's that?
He doesn't throw baseballs.
Don't Swedish people play baseballs?
I
Play
don't think
baseball?
so. Play baseballs?
Play with baseballs?
I don't think they do.
Really? There's no what are they busy playing hockey?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's hockey, maybe football, like European style soccer. A lot of soccer there.
Elitserien is the highest level of professional baseball in Sweden. And they compete in the biannual European Baseball Championship. Oh, yeah, the EBC, of course.
Oh, yeah.
There are a number of teams in Swedish baseball. But again, it's based on relegation, so you have to kick ass to stay in it.
That's what they need to bring to American sports. I love relegation.
Yeah.
I think that makes it so much more interesting.
So here are your teams in Swedish baseball. There's the Sundsvall Mosquitoes, the Leksand Lumberjacks, the Rättvik Butchers. That's just the northern division. In the southern division, you've got the Stockholm Monarchs, the Karlskoga Bats, the Sindbyberg Heat, and the Salvisberg Firehawks. So there you go. There's guys playing for the Bats. Tonight, Bats Lumberjacks on your home for Swedish Elitserien professional baseball. 100.7 Dibbeljammermers. We should run those games. Why not? You can leave us messages anytime you like. That Alan Cox Show After Hours line is always available to you. It's 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan, this is Sean, a podcast listener. You guys were talking about Shudder the other day, and I would strongly recommend you watch. It's called Blood Machines. It's not a horror movie, and it's not really a movie. For some reason, it's split into 3 parts. It's like an hour long if you watch the whole thing. But it has the coolest effects, some of the best music I've ever heard in my life. It is an awesome experience. Granted, the movie doesn't make much sense. I was also really high, so maybe it does make sense if you watch it with a clear head, but it's still awesome. Love you.
You ever see Blood Machines?
No.
It's great. There's a band called Carpenter Brute that I think is real good. And I think the movie is mostly theirs. I think it started as a video for them, and they expanded it into a... And so it's really, as Sean says, it's really all over the place. We were talking about, for people who watch a lot of horror movies on the Shudder app, Blood Machines is over there. And it's a fun watch. It is Blood Machines is kind of a misleading name for it because it is mostly a sci-fi movie, and I think it's largely Swedish. But it's a lot of fun. If you're just kind of looking for an acid trip with some nudity and some cool spaceships and,
I do like nudity.
I know you do.
Big fan.
That's
of
why I
the nudity.
mentioned it here. Yeah. So Blood Machines is a good one. Yeah, a lot of there's not only some boobs, but also a lot of sheer tops. Not to get too creepy about it, but sometimes you can leave something to the imagination, and that's just as good. There's nothing wrong with sheer tops. Sheer mag is better, but sheer tops are okay. By the way, I heard from Rob, who is one of our bureau chiefs in Erie, Pennsylvania. I was just sending out a batch of Alan Cox Show stickers this morning, and Rob was one of the people that I sent them to. And you can always email me for stickers. It's kind of feast or famine. I will get nonstop requests for them, and then that will slow to a trickle, and then it'll start all over again. So Rob in Erie, Pennsylvania listens on the iHeartRadio app. That's how he enjoys the show. Well, that's how he hears the show. I can't presume he enjoys it, but that's how he hears the show. That's how he gets the sound to come out and into his ear holes up in Erie, Pennsylvania. Kristen's one of our bureau chiefs in San Antonio.
Going to be in Erie in October 21st.
What's going on up there?
I'm doing a comedy show up there. I don't know.
Is that it? What's the club in Erie, or is that a?
It's a performing arts collective alliance called Randy Bill Duck.
Pardon me,
Yeah,
a performing arts collective.
It's in sort of
Will you be part
PACA,
of?
whatever PACA is.
Will you be part of the collective?
For that night, maybe. I think it's just a regular stand-up show, but it's at
The Performing Arts Collective Alliance.
Yeah.
Is that one of those buildings where like it's artists live there too?
Sure hope not. But I think it might be.
Because a lot of those places, they don't have so many of them anymore. Back in the day, like the early 90s, I remember I had friends that were legit starving artists. And so you'd have these people that would rent, and it wasn't fully above board or legal, but you'd have people that would rent warehouse space that was zoned for commercial, but they would let people live there. With the thought being like you can use it as your studio and live there,
Mm-hmm.
You might get electrocuted plugging something in, but it costs you like $50 a month. And there was
And all the electrocution you can handle.
well, kind of. Like there was no heat, so you had to make sure that you were taken care of that way, I think that a lot of those places are they've probably been gentrified out of existence, or at least zoned away. But you can see Bill Squire if you are one of our bureau chiefs up 90 there in Erie, Pennsylvania. Our own Dan Kensinger here in the sales department is a son of Erie,
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So what date is that? When are you going to be up there?
October 21st.
All right. That's a Friday night.
Yes.
All right.
Friday night.
Will you be off that day?
No, because
Okay.
it's Erie. It's not that far.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I
didn't know
see
what
when
kind of
when I got
schedule
a
you're
show
looking at.
like that, I say I work radio first.
Yeah.
So when
Uh-huh.
you guys want to start the show at 6 p.m., no, we're not doing a 6 p.m. comedy show.
Right.
We're going to start that show at 8:30,
Yeah.
and I'll be there at 8:45.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk on stage. I'm going to drop my truth bombs, and then I'm going to sell some posters,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to drive home.
My truth bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a two.
That's
That's
what I don't like calling them jokes anymore. They're bombs of truth. That's what the people want. They don't want to go and laugh. They want to go and think about things and hear it like it is. That's right. They don't want to just sit there and laugh. They want someone to get out there and right the wrongs of the world.
That's what they want the show to go and not worry about their troubles. They want to go and let go of their worries.
I'm telling them that their troubles are right there, looking them in the eyes. So stop being scared of them and fight them.
wow.
Fight your troubles. Truth bombs.
Comedians are our new philosophers,
Yeah, right,
man.
Yeah. Here's a truth bomb for you. I spit in all my cleaning products because I want to be part of the solution. Truth bomb.
Truth bomb. All right. Part of the solution. Oh.
You get it?
I think I do get it. Yes, in the Ozzy Osbourne sense. He got sued, of course, over Suicide Solution many, many years ago because some kid killed himself, and Ozzy had to say, no, it's a song about alcohol. I'm using solution in the liquid sense.
You can get sued for that.
Back in the day, people were constantly getting sued for rock lyrics. Judas Priest was getting sued. These were big cases. Like, that's where Tipper Gore and the PMRC came from. That's when they wanted to label albums because Judas Priest was getting hauled into court because some dope killed himself. And then Ozzy, some kid listened to Ozzy. Nobody ever thought, because these parents didn't want to deal with the fact that they were probably awful parents. So they're like, it must have been the rock music that was making him do it. And so, bands were constantly getting hauled into court and getting sued over lyrics.
What they should be doing is suing the bands that their kids don't listen to, that they can't get away from. All the radio stuff that they're like, well, we're suing Nickelback because they keep playing it. My son hated it so much, he took his own life.
Well, I was thinking
That's right. The United States of America versus the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Do you remember that summer where they just played Happy again and again and again? Well, that ended up
making me sad.
Putting my son in a place where he had to kill himself. He had to, just because he heard that song so much, because you guys can't imagine putting variety on your stations.
It ended up making him sad.
I was trying to think of like the modern day equivalent to that lawsuit, and then I thought about Netflix. Netflix got sued because someone got pregnant because of Netflix and chill. A mom
But
sued.
that's ridiculous. That's
I
such
know,
a frivolous lawsuit. I can't
but-
believe people even take the time to file those kinds of lawsuits, you know?
It was her 15-year-old daughter, and she was Netflix and chilling, and her mom
Right.
sued.
I mean, if I want to see Miranda Cosgrove, I'll watch old episodes of iCarly. I don't need to see a Pharrell video. Thank you very much. I will say, though, and that song got massive because it was in one of those Minions movies, but it is a good song. That song is catchy as balls.
Oh, it's very,
Yeah,
Him and his Arby's hat.
Hey, he can pull it off, man.
we had to listen to
Not
that.
everybody can pull off the Arby's hat, but he makes it happen.
We were driving home from a really long vacation. We drove from Myrtle Beach to Cleveland, and the entire time,
Is that when you discovered Cleveland?
No, or I'm sorry. We were driving back from Myrtle Beach to Wellington, and that was the summer of the OMG Usher.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was on every 15 minutes, and we would cross like another like radio territory, like we would get into another frequency. And we're like, all right, let's turn to the pop station, and it was on. We're like, damn it, no variety. And my mom, she's like, I'm gonna murder everybody in this car. She's like, I want him to drive off of a guardrail if I hear that Usher OMG one more time. And still to this day, I can't listen to it because it's like it. I heard it enough times. I heard it probably 200 times in that 9, 10, 12-hour drive. I don't know how far it is from Myrtle Beach, but it was a long time.
I remember about 20 years ago, I had a wedding in Atlanta, and I'm in the rental car, and Atlanta traffic, if you've never been, is mind-numbing. It will make you want to end your own life because there's no beltway in Atlanta. So it's like
Atlanta about to get sued.
It's
My son killed himself because he had to sit in traffic
Sat
for
in
7
traffic,
hours.
right, in a Prius. And so you're listening to the radio. This was, I'm in a rental car. And Sean Paul's Gimme the Light was a big song at the time.
Oh, I love
Remember
that song. Give me
Sean
the
Paul,
light,
yeah,
love to
Rapasadro,
go.
Bagalamo. You know, you're just making words up. You know, I'm going to buckle my hoe and the whole bit. It was on every 6, because also, spoiler, most of the radio stations in Atlanta are playing that kind of music. So you're punching around, look, every station's playing Sean Paul, Give Me the Light. It's like I was in L.A. years ago, and every radio station was playing that goddamn Hosier song. Remember Hosier? Take Me to Church?
Wasn't it?
Only song the guy ever had, and that song was on every 5 minutes.
And then they tried to remix it and make it to Cleveland because that was the year we won.
I don't know anything about that.
they
I'm
did.
just
They
saying
remixed
that
it.
song was massive at the time. And so some songs, yeah, oof. Because you're in a rental car, you ain't got no CDs, you know? This is pre-streaming. I couldn't plug my phone into anything.
And it didn't even make any sense.
Give Me the Light and Pass the Dro.
No, I'm talking about
Bacalamo.
Take Me to Church.
Oh, Take Me to Church.
I was over it.
What's the matter with Take Me to Church?
It just, what was he referencing? Take Me to Church for what? Why does he want to go to church?
It's an allegory. He's worshiping this woman. So take me to church, baby.
Yeah, it's more like take me to church. Like
Right,
said.
you should know this.
Okay.
Take me to church. Didn't you notice that guy was always dressed in church clothes? He always had big old floppy hat on. And...
No, he just looked ridiculous.
Well, who knew? See, Poundcake just hates the Irish. That's why.
Don't say that. Conor McGregor, because no.
Conor McGregor.
I have nothing against Irish.
All right.
I went by Cody Gallagher for like a couple weeks.
Pardon me.
What?
He was black Irish.
I
It's Cody Gallagher on WZIP. How are you? Oh, come grab me, top of the morning, grab me, shillelagh.
Nothing against Irish.
Reach down, kiss me, blarney stones. All right, well, it's very exciting.
I was going through a phase. I was trying stuff out.
I
that
understand.
Was the time to try out a name.
I understand. I used Alan Slade for 2 weeks.
Slade, I still love that.
Alan Slade.
Still trying to get Bam Bam to catch on.
Listen, if you want me to start referencing you as Bill Bam Bam Squire, I'll be happy to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Billy Bam Bam Squire.
Thank you for listening today. Please say hello to Bill Bam Bam Squire,
Bill
who's
Bam
over
Bam.
here. Yep. Who is going to be in Erie, Pennsylvania, end of October.
Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been a dream of mine to go back to Erie.
Yeah.
It's
been
years.
too long, hasn't it?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been probably 10 years.
Is Rocket 101 still a radio station up there? I had a buddy that used to work
Maybe.
for Rocket 101.
I don't really know the
in
radio station.
Erie, Pennsylvania. You haven't memorized them? Aren't you going to do any press ahead of time? Not going to do any call-ins on Beaver and the Kid or anything like that? Whatever shows they have up there?
Yeah, me Beaver and the Kid and I are... I'm okay with the Beaver, but the Kid is not happy with me.
I understand.
We be feuding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I took him to church.
Church. It's some professional acrimony that's going on there. Yeah. Well, maybe that's all that it needs then. Maybe Poundcake just needs... I mean, he's trying to rebrand. Maybe he just needs something different to happen. Take himself to church.
Is your mom coming to see my show tomorrow?
I'm gonna call her and tell her because I'm gonna be the one to buy the tickets, and I'm probably gonna be the one to take her.
You're going to tell your mom to see Bill?
I have to see if she's off. I was trying to call her all weekend.
Oh, tomorrow night's the Lorraine show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she
I
doesn't
didn't
have
even-
to buy a ticket.
I didn't even
You
realize
do,
that this
but
was...
she doesn't.
I'm going to buy a ticket for her.
I didn't
I'm gonna
realize
come
it was a.
support.
I didn't realize it was a possibility that your mom was going to go to Bill's show.
I didn't check to see if she was off, but
Because his mom's not a priority to him. He likes to whine to her and all that stuff, but when it comes to what she wants to do in her life is in regards to entertainment, always an afterthought.
she wants to come and support Bill, and I'm just like, I don't know, Mom. I don't know if that's okay with
Just
me.
give me your number. I'll take care of her.
In Poundcake's defense, his mom kind of did pull a bait and switch on him in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm good for the entire.
He's like,
life.
what's this Jabberwockies nonsense all of a sudden?
I was excited to see Derek Huff.
Well, sure. He's going to be shirtless.
I don't know. I didn't see the show. I'm assuming he is, but I don't know for sure. But that's the only time I've ever seen.
Yeah, if you look like that, why would you have a shirt on?
Well, I think he knows his audience because his audience is housewives and gay men. I didn't even know he had a residency. I said, "There's no way in hell." Him touring is one thing, but I was like, "Do they just give a residency to anyone in Vegas?" Because like he was,
They got a lot of rooms to fill up in Vegas.
But he was a guy that was on a show. He was not even the guy on the show, and then all of a sudden he has a Las Vegas residency. I'm like, "Wow!" And my mom was like, "So can we go?" I'm like, "Well, I guess I kind of owe you one." And then she didn't even want to go. So she really did pull the bait and switch. You know, we had the plane tickets secured. You know, hotel room secured. Day events secured. And then she's like, I'm not too sure about Derek Huff. What you mean you're not sure about Derek Huff?
Mom, nobody wants to see Derek Huff. We'll get the tickets.
Mom, now we have to go see Bill Squire. I'll get the tickets.
You mean Bam Bam Bill Squire?
Oh, my bad.
Is it going to be Bill Bam Bam Squire or Bam Bam Bill Squire?
I like Bill Bam Bam Squire.
Bill Bam Bam Squire.
All right,
Triple
well,
B
I don't know.
Squire.
What do you think?
Triple BS.
What do you think?
It's up to you.
Bam Bam Bill
I
Squire.
reflexively
you know what?
said Bill Bam Bam Squire. But
I think now I like it better. Bam Bam,
Bam
Bill
Bam Bill
Squire.
Squire.
I think that Bam Bam Bill Squire.
Sure. Like the Pat Travers
I
band.
feel like I gotta start doing
Boom, boom, out go the
an
lights.
air shift if I'm going by Bam Bam Bill Squire.
Yeah,
You're
do
listening
some
to-
weekends here.
Yeah.
Take some of that load off Corey Roddick. I got to take a break. If you want to text 35192, I'll have Bloodview Haunted House passes for you. Those are good weekends through Halloween, so we'll get you over there in a bit. 35192 to text, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app.